Hi, and welcome to the Life Coach channel with me, your host, Tanya Melendez. Whew, what a week. So Mercury retrograde got me this week. I've been without internet for the last 4 days, but again, it's been kind of nice not being so connected, and it's given me a chance to really get my inspiration and feel my roots here in my new home in Key West. Because of that, I'm offering a special one day tomorrow only from 3 till 5. I have 8 slots open for a tarot session or spiritual counseling or a soul-to-soul spiritual wellness coaching session. So if you've always wanted to get a reading with me, I'm offering it for 20 minutes for $30. I'm taking only 8 spots. So if you really want to get a reading or a session with me for $30. And so this week we have a lot of wonderful energy going on. The sun moves into Aries, and we have the spring equinox as well as the new moon on Thursday. So we've got a lot of energy going through. Remember, Mercury retrograde is not about things stopping and communication breaking down. It's about revisiting the past. And so how interesting that things break up and shake up with our technology, because we have to go back to the old ways of doing things. So go back. And today the power words are pray and listen. And the reason I picked those words is because it's important that everybody understands that prayer really does work. And it's not from a place of begging or beseeching God, but from a place of wholeness and love and trusting that the universe and God is working for you, not against you, knowing that God has always got your back. So with that said, let's just take a moment for our power prayer, knowing right here and now that God is all that there is. I'm knowing that God is love, God is light, peace and prosperity, health and wholeness for everyone and anyone who can hear my voice. I'm knowing that God is my inspiration, my creativity, and my aspiration. I know God is my motivation. And as I know God is all of these things, I absolutely know it is true for everyone who can hear my voice, everyone who watches this video and waves through infinity and in every direction and all through time. How grateful I am to know this, to trust this, to believe this, and to be grateful for this wonderful technology. For this, I'm so grateful and so much more. I let it be and let God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, how good it is for me to start with the power prayer. And again, going back to our word today of prayer, of praying and listening. So really listen, see what signals you're getting. I know I keep getting the reoccurring numbers, 111, 222, 333, 444, and how good it is for me to know that my angels are communing with me at that time. And so with my special and with the wonderful vibration of love and just generosity and gratitude that I'm feeling, I wanted to do something special for us today. So not only are we going to do a tarot reading, we're also going to use the Ascended Masters, but I'm also going to pick a ruin. My wonderful friend Deb Fro got me hooked on the ruins when I was in Chicago briefly in January, and I have never seen a tool be so attuned to me so quickly. So I'm just going to go ahead and shake up the bag and pick our ruin for this week. And I'll do this frequently. So we got the X. I want everyone to see this. And I'm going to read you because it is a lot of information, and I'm still very, very new to the ruins. I want to make sure I read the right thing. So it's the ruin of constraint, which is interesting because today I did the Hangman, which is just letting go. So it says, the necessity of learning to deal with severe constraint is what the lesson of Nahis. That's the name of this ruin. This ruin represents the obstacles we create for ourselves as well as those we encounter in the world around us. Both can be equally difficult. The role of Nahis is to identify our shadow, our darker repressed side, places where growth has been stunted, resulting in weaknesses that are often projected onto others. Don't take this world personally, this ruin is saying. Work with the shadow. Examine what is in your nature that attracts hardship and misfortune in your life. When at last you look upon the ruin of constraint with a smile, you will recognize the troubles, denials, and setback of life have been your teachers, guides, and allies. So it's time to, there may be some holdups, but everything is happening for a reason. So it's really about letting go and looking at those deeper sides. So how interesting that I did the Hangman today, and it is the equinox, the spring equinox, and a new moon. So it's time to let go of those things that are binding us and holding us back. So with that said, I'm going to use my favorite other favorites, my Ascended Masters, and let's see what the Ascended Masters have to say. And I just got a vibe for 2, so I'm just going to go for 2 cards today. And it's a beautiful day here in Key West, my wonderful new home. I'm so happy here. If you are in town, you can catch me at Sippin' Cafe. It's 424 Eaton Street here in Key West. So I'm just going to randomly pick 2 cards because no cards are by accident. And so remember, our words for today are prayer and pray and listen. And so we got priorities. King Solomon, what are your priorities? Put your attention on that which you seek. And I realize now that the camera is out of focus. And so I've never had any glitches. Again, Mercury retrograde is letting me know I am on the right track with everyone here. And then our next one is artistic expression. What are you doing creatively that allows your spirit to shine, allows your spirit to come out and play? So look at that, priorities and artistic expression. I know my artistic expression is offering my gift from God to you, as well as making jewelry. I like to make oils and things like that as well. But my artistic is really about making my jewelry and writing, because I do love my writing. I will be updating my blog very soon, my Siren and Sage at blogspot.com. I am also writing that book, so a lot of good things going on. So I'm just going to go ahead and see what the tarot have to say for us this week. All right. Ooh, a lot of contemplation. When you look at these cards, you're going to be very interested in the contemplative looks that everyone has. So the first one we get here is the Page of Pentacles. And what the Page of Pentacles is telling us is to look deeper at ourselves. Again, like our Ruin said, this is about contemplating your worthiness, your deservingness. What are you bringing to your life? I remember last week I asked, if you're not living the life of your dreams, why? So this week is about understanding the holdups, the setbacks that we create for ourselves that become our teachers, our guides, and our allies. And so look deeper at why you are not living the life of your dreams, or why you are, and continuing to be grateful and know that you are blessed beyond your wildest imagination. Then we get the Queen of Cups. So this is about letting that flow come in and out, and just knowing that all is working in divine and perfect order. But again, just really connecting with your inner spirit. That's why we've got the Pray card, or the Pray power word for this week, is really connecting with your inner wisdom and your inner spirit and your emotions. Where are you sitting? Remember, we are still in Mercury retrograde, but that's looking at the past, as well as what are we aspiring to? What are our inspirations? What do we need right now? So look at those. And then last but not least is the 8 of Pentacles. And so again, what this is telling us is work on yourself right now. Work on your inspiration. What do you need? What are your priorities? That is what this time is telling us. And what a wonderful time of newness and regrowth with this spring equinox. Again, equinoxes are just as powerful as full moons. And we have a new moon this week, so that's all about bringing what we want into fruition. So to sum up all of this week, it's really about connecting with yourself in a deeper, more inspired way, knowing that you are protected, you are guided, and you are definitely taken care of by the universe. And so there's so much love, peace, and gratitude to all of my listeners, all of my followers. I'm so grateful for my wonderful life and being able to share it with you in so many blessed ways. Again, if you've always wanted a reading with me, please hit me up on my website. Find me on Facebook at www.tarotlifecoach.com. You can also send me an email, tarotlifecoach@gmail.com. If you are ready for your session to change your life, to be that inspired person and the magical life that you really want to lead, and living the life of your dreams, it's more than positive thinking. It's praying and listening, understanding that God is all that you truly need. So until next week, peace and blessings, everyone. Have a wonderful week. Send those aspirations, those dreams to the universe, knowing that it will come back. Be patient, have faith, and trust that God is working for you, first and foremost. Bye.